So in this vlog, I'm going to cover spirituality, and I'm going to talk about how my faith or belief in God is connected to what goes on around me, and whether this was the catalyst that made me into a spiritual or religious person. So like to be honest, regardless of what anybody might tell you, I haven't really changed. My beliefs haven't really changed throughout most of my life. So, when you go through bad times, I actually think that going through bad times hurts a lot of people's connection to God. They start losing faith. There were people who were saying that when times are bad, you grow closer to God. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, it's kind of just like, I think it could go either way, honestly. Like, I think that, like, a lot of people would be more like Lot, who, it's kind of, everything is going well, and they're thankful towards God because they had a great life, and things go badly, and they start questioning things. They start wondering if God is really going to look out for them or do right by them. So I don't really believe that hard times makes people's connection to God stronger. I don't believe that. Like, I think that it's really just a person. I think that you rely on him more when things are going badly for you. If you're already a spiritual person, you remember that you still have God there. I don't really think that it creates religious people or spiritual people. I think it kind of, I don't really think that. I don't know. I think maybe it depends on the type of person you are, or something like that. But like the people who believe that like misery brings us closer to God, I don't really believe that fully. I just think that like it depends on the person, really. Like, yeah, I don't think I've changed a whole lot. I think that like throughout the gang stalking, my faith has been strained, if I'm to be honest. I always felt that it strained it because all these bad things were happening. And you start seeing the bad guys win too often, and it really just challenges your faith. It challenges your faith. I think faith is just one of those things where you have it or you don't. If you have it, then, you are what you're supposed to be or whatever, and if you don't have it. So, like, I think certain things are allowed to happen, but I don't really believe that bad things happening in life are great. I think bad things happen in life because people just aren't perfect. Or some people are actually on the opposite side of what they should be on. But for the record, no, I don't think that this was like a good thing for my spirituality or my spiritual well-being. I think it's just one of those things that just happen in life because bad things happen in life. But like this is talked about in scripture. So like if you're spiritual, you understand it. So it makes things a little easier if you understand what's going on. Like when things go wrong and and you don't know what's going on, it makes that's worse than you sort of have an understanding. Like the only advantage I would say that I have over the average atheist is that this will actually make sense to me on a spiritual level. Like I'll just be like, okay, I understand what's happening here and why. So I have an understanding, and I mean that is the only real takeaway. And I mean, I think that God does operate through people. I mean, I think it's kind of just like we have destinies or something. And that's it. Like, but like, I don't really think that I would have been something I wasn't supposed to be, regardless of whether people were nice to me or not. Like, the Bible doesn't really tell people, the Bible's not telling people to go out into the world and make everybody miserable. So if that was a good thing, it would be in the Bible and God would be encouraging it if it was a good thing. So the fact that it's not being encouraged in the Bible, as a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite, would seem to suggest that we probably should have good lives if that's possible. I mean, or try to have good lives if that's possible. I think that a lot of what's in the Bible is addressing the fact that, when you deal with people, it's not going to be like that. It's just not. Like, everybody has the freedom to be whatever they want. So if everybody has the freedom to be whatever they want, they don't have to be nice. And that with that freedom, with freedom, you can abuse it. So people have freedom and they can abuse it. They have a choice. So the Bible is essentially about choice. Good or bad, you have a choice. I don't really think that people saying, well, we had to make your life a living hell in order to make you a better person. I don't think that's a good argument. I think that, like, if you're doing that, you're really going against what you're supposed to be doing, because that's what the Bible teaches. But people are going to do it, so that's that. People are going to do it. God, he could. What is he going to do? Is he going to kill everybody who disobeyed him? I mean, it's kind of just like, well, that's just how it is, so you should be ready for it. But like, I think that it's easier for people to be loyal to the Creator if life is good for them. I actually think it's easier. I actually think that most people who go through what I go through could have easily have folded and turned to the dark side because of all the bad things that happened to them. I don't really believe that, us people making each other's lives a living hell is helping them in any kind of way. That's ridiculous. I would never subscribe to anything like that. But people are going to make each other's lives a living hell because it's in their nature to do that. That's just what they're about. So the Bible will say, well, people are going to do this even though I don't want them to, so you need to be ready for that. So I think it's more like that. But yeah, I just wanted to cover this topic quickly so that there's no misunderstanding, and that people understand like how I see this particular topic. But with that said, let me go ahead and close.